Hey folks, this is Rhykker with an Overwatch video on the new hero that is likely to be revealed on Tuesday, February 28th. We recently posted a video on a teaser for that 24th hero, and this is a follow-up with some more information, so be sure to have watched that first video, otherwise you may be a little lost. Here's a too long didn't watch version of this video. Overwatch's 24th hero is likely to be revealed Tuesday, February 28th. It is definitely not Efi or the Spider Tank Lady, but it is likely to be an Omnic designed by Efi and could still possibly be of a four-legged design. So, first off, the reveal date. In our previous video, we made an educated guess that Blizzard would reveal this new hero on February 28th, precisely 1 week from the teaser, with the possibility that Blizzard would hold off until the PAX East convention in a couple weeks. But the official Overwatch Twitter confirmed that there will be no Overwatch presence at PAX East. This makes next week, the 28th, an even more likely reveal date. Though the possibility remains that Blizzard will wait for a PAX East reveal regardless, because Blizzard has done this before, stealing the show at a convention that they weren't even attending by revealing some news at the same time as that convention. Now, the reason we think that the 28th could be the reveal date is because Blizzard tends to make a week pass between the teaser and the reveal. We gave several examples in our previous video, but here's a couple more that further strengthen the argument. D.Va was teased October 30th, revealed November 6th, 1 week later. Zarya was teased February 26th, revealed March 6th, 1 week later. Then we have McCree, who was teased March 4th, and then revealed March 6th, which was only 2 days later. But he's the only real outlier, and regardless, it's an outlier that is even more in our favor, because it means we have to wait even less. I don't count Sombra, because most of the ARG wasn't something very obvious to a lot of people. It was a very, very vague teaser, and it was more of a game, something to keep us entertained or distracted, let's say, for a period of time leading up to the reveal. The actual teaser, the one that's most similar to these other hero teasers, like a blog post, that actually happened precisely 1 week before Sombra's official reveal. So, in short, I'm looking forward to next Tuesday. That said, there are no guarantees. Alright, next. Who will the hero be? There's been a lot of talk about the hero being a spider mech lady, and people were pointing to this artwork here, and I'm not sure how we all got so aboard this hype train for Spider Lady. The alleged leak that we discussed in our previous video was pretty clearly about a female quadruped Omnic, and we've never seen an Omnic that has hair or boobs. That Spider Lady looks more like a cyborg, like a human fused with a giant spider walker. Kind of like a Protoss Dragoon from StarCraft. Now, admittedly, she could be some kind of super advanced Omnic that Efi designed to resemble a human, but nonetheless, the evidence much more heavily favors the Omnic quadruped being this one on the right, the one that we pointed out to you guys, which much more closely resembles the schematic we see tied to Numbani than the Spider Lady does. So Jeff Kaplan, game director, confirmed during the DICE summit at which he was speaking that the Spider Lady is not the new hero. Have a listen.
How we wanted Overwatch to play and how we wanted Overwatch to feel. And Ben made this image that I think really holds up today for those of you who have seen Overwatch and knows what the game looks like. This was almost like a guiding light image for us about the game that we wanted to create. And I need to say this for our subreddit so it doesn't implode. No, the hero in the center is not the hero who you think it is. Thank you for putting up with that.
Note that he does not say that the new hero will not be an Omnic or a quadruped. He just heavily implies that it is specifically not that Spider Lady pictured there. So the Anchora theory still stands, as long as Anchora is not Lasermouth Spider Chick. Also note that these pieces of concept art we've looked at are very old. And while it is possible, and it will be awesome for us to one day get Spider Lady, let's think for a moment at who Spider Lady may have evolved into during development, as this has happened a lot. Hanzo and Genji were originally one character that looked like Genji but more armored and with a bow. And Ana was this fellow right here. So, back to Spider Lady, what do we see? female, pink hair, shoots a laser, and is a tank hero. Are we looking at the original Zarya? Because if so, this would be the best damn Zarya skin ever. Now, what about Efi? Some people think Efi may be the new hero. In our previous video, we gave reasons why that's unlikely, since Blizzard isn't going to depict violence against children. And for those pointing to Lily in Heroes of the Storm, Lily's a panda, so that's how Blizzard gets around that. Anyway, we have an article on Polygon.com that stated that Efi would be the new hero coming to Overwatch. And that article prompted a correction later on, in which Jeff Kaplan personally told Polygon, quote, Efi will play a part of the next playable character's story, but said character has not been confirmed. So this completely kills the theory that Efi will be Hero 24, even if it's just her being in the spawn room and sending out robots onto the battlefield. But it does add a lot more weight to the theory that Efi builds Hero 24. Or, you know, maybe her plans are stolen by Talon or whatever. She plays some hand in the creation. Another possible theory is that the new hero will be one of Efi's parents, since they're alluded to a lot. And the dad may even be Doomfist. Or, you know, Doomfist may somehow be involved in Efi's story. And it's not unlikely to see Doomfist somehow involved in that story, given the Numbani connection, and given that there was some recent data mine that the Numbani payload model had the glass shattered, like the fist has been taken. But it's been confirmed that Doomfist will not be the 24th hero. So who could the hero be? Again, Efi is a genius inventor who builds robots and advanced AI. So the new hero being an Omnic is a safe bet. The alleged leak predicted that the upcoming hero would be a female Omnic quadruped tank, and the leak has been kind of hit and miss with its predictions, but I would not be surprised if the new hero turned out to be a much cooler version of one of these four-legged mechs depicted in this roster of heroes, and seen throughout Overwatch lore everywhere. This model seems way too basic to be Efi's creation. You know, if she's planning to build something new, why would she just copy a design that already exists? But if you look at the schematic tied to Numbani in the Overwatch Sombra Conspiracy, it does seem to be a slightly more creative design, so who knows? Now, there's two more things that I want to bring up before finishing here. A lot of people were pointing out that the airport arrivals board in the Numbani attacker spawn room have changed, and that this is somehow related to the recent Efi news and her upcoming flight. Here's the thing. Yes, they changed, but they changed a long time ago. There's video evidence showing that the board has looked like this since at least August 2016. While this doesn't rule out the possibility that Blizzard planted this clue a long time ago, nothing on the board really is suggestive of anything. And how could it really, since Efi is meant to be leaving Numbani, not arriving, and this is an arrivals board? Unless everything went fine with her trip to the location, and it's something to do with her return trip. So what changes happened to the board? Some of the origin locations were changed, some as simple as renaming Tokyo to Hanamura, Mexico City to Dorado, and London to Kings Row in order to tie these to the map locations. But then we have London changed to Singapore, Cairo changed to Taipei, and LA changed to Type B, and LA changed to Sydney. Could this have just been for greater geographic representation? Who knows? They also changed one flight from GT 4212 to CK 1117. What is the significance here? Well, eastbound and northbound flights typically have even numbers, whereas westbound and southbound flights typically have odd numbers. Numbani is south of London, so the change to an odd number makes sense. The letters before the number are an abbreviation of the airline, and neither GT nor CK correspond to any current real airlines, so we can't make any guesses there. Some of the flights have had their status changed to either canceled, delayed, on time. So we have a flight from Moscow that went from delayed to canceled. A flight from Paris went from delayed to on time. A flight from Tokyo, which became Hanamura, went from delayed to on time. And the airline today would be Kuwait Airline, though we don't know if the abbreviation applies to the same airline in the future, since Kuwait is neither near London nor Japan. A flight from New York went from delayed to on time, and the flight from London, which became King's Row, went from delayed to on time. What could this possibly mean? Likely not much that is relevant to the release of the 24th hero. But if you personally see anything important, drop a comment. The only real pattern here is that more flights are on time. Now, the last thing that I want to bring up is the name of the foundation that is giving Efi the grant money. The Oladele Foundation. The name Oladele is both a Native American and a Somali name, and there are places in Numbani named after Oladele, the Oladele International Terminal and Oladele Avenue. So since Somalia is in Africa, just like Numbani, I think it's a safer bet that Oladele is a Somali name. Now, we've heard the name Oladele before in Overwatch. In a blog post on July 6, 2015, teasing Soldier 76, we learn that Gabrielle Oladele was the UN Undersecretary General, one of Overwatch's key architects. Could that lady on the right with the darker skin be Gabrielle Oladele? Probably not, but this is all very noteworthy. And that wraps up this video. Leave a comment with your thoughts. Do you think we'll see the new hero revealed on Tuesday? Thanks for watching. Special thanks to my Twitch and Patreon supporters for making these videos possible. If you like this video, please share it, check out these other videos, and subscribe to join Rhykker's Raiders for more Overwatch content.